TGP podcast.
Oh, fuck, I did it again.
That's Thunder Goose podcast.
Damn
Welcome.
it.
So anime this week. Jumping right into it, right? Like anime this week was
So dumb.
it was on the weaker side, I would say.
Whoa.
I would say it was on the weaker side this week.
Whoa.
This was not the hot
Back
week.
up.
Um,
You're right, though.
I feel very.
3 of the 4 sucked.
I don't know. I wouldn't say sucked. No, nothing sucked this week.
Hey,
But,
dude, all of these are stinkers
I think-
except for JJK.
I think
you're about
each
to
one of
talk
them felt kind of like they were like off episodes almost. You know.
Even JJK?
No. I mean, JJK was on the entire time. We're
Yeah.
good there.
Okay. I was like, what are you talking
I
about?
will say
dude?
it was probably like more of a setup episode, like every other. The crazy thing about the previous JJK episodes is they've all felt self-contained to some degree. Like they've all had the fights in that episode, and this is the first time in a bit we've had a continuing fight.
No. They didn't have the continuous fights with Sukuna,
And
the other guy.
no, Sukuna fought Jogo in the same episode. They killed him. Sukuna fought.
No, not Gojo. The one with the twisty hat. Twisty hat.
What are you talking about?
Twisty hat. Yo, don't at me. Don't.
Sukuna only fights
No, the guy with the Megami summons it.
Maharaga.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one episode.
No, it was 2.
No, the Sukuna versus Maharaga is one episode.
No, it is not.
He saves Haruta from getting domed by or destroyed by Maharaga, goes and sees him, and then just fights him right there on the spot, kills him, and then he gives Yuji back his body at the end. That's all in one episode.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Oh, fuck,
Yes.
dude. My bad.
The spinny hat. Maharaga. I was like, who?
It was. He does have one, okay?
No, he has no hat. It's
It's
the,
a halo
the treasure,
or whatever.
The treasure on his back, the divine treasure on his back is not a hat. It's a wheel.
Whatever.
It's a wheel that represents perfection.
It's a hat
It
wheel.
represents adaptation.
It's a fucking boat
No.
wheel.
Okay.
Is what it looks like.
It looks good. Yeah, yeah.
It looks stupid. Just
Um,
kidding.
So this is like this. It's a 2-part episode in one sense, right? Because we're still mid fight in this episode by the time it ends.
Yes.
And it also doesn't. So it doesn't.
talking
It's not
about
as
JJK
hot
now?
feeling as the last episode. But yeah, we'll start with JJK. Absolutely. JJK was also great. I'm just really excited for the next episode after this one because I think that will be. Well, honestly, this could be going for a long time. Who knows? We still have, I think, 4 episodes of this. Yeah, I think we still have 4 episodes. So this could. I don't know, but JJK.
You're figuring out not
No,
to
I'm just
spoil
trying-
stuff.
No,
You're
I'm
just
gonna-
like,
I haven't spoiled a single thing. I'm just
No, I
trying
know.
to-
That's what I'm saying. You were just going to
I was trying to avoid spoilers.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Dodging landmines, of my own planting.
So in this episode of JJK,
This episode's called Right and Wrong.
right and wrong.
So this is Yuji versus Mahito. That is this episode, part 1. It does deviate in the end to a flashback, Mahito's flashback, which goes to Mahito versus Nobara. But we will cover that later on. There is also something that happens that's very important at the beginning of this episode, and that is the farewell to one of our favorite characters, Nanami Kento. Very good.
Very sad.
Very sad. Yeah, they did a good job. They did a really good job.
They did it justice for sure.
Yuji's Nanami line that he like mumbles as he's walking up,
Mm-hmm.
You can take it from here, Yuji. The way the voice actor delivered that was just
Well, dude, Nanami's voice actor is just like he is that character.
Yeah.
Like he's done such a good job.
yeah.
Fuck.
I love how well they added Haibara in here, which is like they didn't have that in the manga, so they kind of fleshed out like I don't want to become a curse under Yuji,
Mm-hmm.
which was like okay, that makes so much more sense. Like it always made sense, but like to give it purpose and meaning, like this all felt so much more beautifully fleshed out because of that.
100%.
The changes they've brought in or the additions they've brought into this episode, very good, very cool.
Yeah.
And it is always good to see Haibara.
Yeah,
Because he's
yes, it
super
is.
dead.
He's super dead.
So that's a good scene. It's very sad, but Mahito does blow up Nanami.
Dude.
And then
Honestly, it was like a little bit more, not like intense, but I just felt like it was done like super well. Like,
It was-
you're
yeah.
just like, just the emotion, the silence that they do, like I don't know, man. Like, music was on point.
Music was on point. And there's also the panel of Yuji yelling at Mahito, what kind of monster are you?
Mm-hmm.
And then Mahito going, I can hear you just fine, yelling his name back,
Right.
Like that was done so perfectly in this
Yeah.
shot
Oh,
this, because they changed the direction that I think they changed like the layout of like where people were standing
I
from
think
the
so,
manga.
too. Yeah.
Because like Yuji
it
doesn't
felt
come.
like he was a little off.
Well, Yuji isn't looking at the back of Mahito. That's not where he's
Right.
looking at in the situation. He walks up and like he's looking directly at like Mahito and Nanami side by side. At least in the manga, that's how I thought it was, and I think it's correct. But I think the way they did it with him like behind him and seeing that, and like Nanami realizing Yuji's there based on his curse energy,
Mm-hmm.
So, and then him talking while not looking at him and then turning, like that was just masterful, man.
So good,
Yeah.
dude.
Any extra thoughts you have on that before I stop monologuing?
No,
Okay.
I'm just playing. No, yeah, no, I legitimately. So I have kind of forgotten a decent amount of this show of like because I've read it all as well. But I do remember like this scene and like the fight that Yuji's about to have, and I was like, I kind of forgot like how emotional it was. Like I forgot that he was like there. Honestly, is what. And so when he was like there,
Yeah.
they were just like he's like talking to him like, and like you said, like that slight turn. I was like a tear, bro. Just
Yeah.
like, meow.
Yeah.
So
I remember like looking up and be like, God, I gotta keep watching.
yeah,
I gotta keep going through
damn
this.
it. No, but he was just
Yeah.
such a good character. Like again,
Yeah.
great writer. Like makes an awesome character. Like
Yeah.
you love
Yeah.
him, and he's got to kill him.
I mean, Shibuya's
make
just
him grow,
Shibuya's
dude.
been brutal, dude.
It has.
Yeah.
I have forgotten a lot of this, and I kind of forgot how brutal this arc is.
Yep.
This is way cooler than what's about to come.
Yeah. Next. Yeah. So this next fight we move into is Yuji versus Mahito. Starts off with like an angry Yuji who's kind of out of control, and then gets domed in the face real quick with like a brutal hit too, like like a blade, that like went into his face, but like it blocked.
Yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
in his
Yeah.
face, right?
That's-
Because I was like, is that a scar there? I guess it is.
I think it's a scar there. Yeah.
Right? I can't
Same
remember.
with like the one he has on his lip.
Yeah.
I like that they've maintained that on his artwork.
Yeah.
That's a good. And then Yuji controls himself, and the fight like really begins, and the animation kicks in like crazy.
Dude.
I
love when he tries to kiss him and stab him.
That's a really good move too. They added a lot of good details here. Like the whole wall coming in is not in the manga at all. No, it's just like them inching towards each other, and it's just a really, really, really good addition to like. It's super claustrophobic, but also like a way that you think Mahito's trying to overcome Yuji, and Yuji is adapting perfectly to it. You know?
Yes.
Eventually punching his way out of it just fine, right?
Dude, I feel like the goosebumps it gave me was because again, like you're saying, the choreography of them, like how they're like moving together and like sync with like the pulsating thing getting like closer. And,
Yeah.
like, I just again, they're like these like film shots. It just feels. Whatever Mappa's doing, it just feels so perfect. Like I feel like I'm so immersed in the scene.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, I have to breathe.
I think it's a lot of Akutami too, or Gege a lot doing like a lot of directing too. Like,
Yeah,
I think
that makes sense.
I think he's ridiculously involved in this, probably more than I would expect a lot of authors to be involved. It feels like so much of the personal touch of the manga can be seen in the anime.
Yeah,
you know,
dude. Yeah.
Kudos to Mappa for getting that in there. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely,
mate.
But I also think like he just might be like hovering over shoulders, maybe. Like I wonder if that's what he's doing to help like have good editions like this. It's crazy. It's crazy good.
It's crazy good, bro.
I like the drop to the ground kick that he does to his head, and I like the gut kick after that. It's really good. It was kind of hard to figure out how that was choreographed in the manga. Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
But Yeah, the animation kicked real clean. The kick on the so he has a ground kick on the wall and it like changes art styles for a second. Like he almost looks like Natsu from Fairy Tail in that shot.
A little bit, huh?
It's or almost like there's almost fully cooling in it. Like
like a little, yeah. It just like it has like that like kind of filter change and
that weird, but the body shape that seems to change for that shot. It's just really cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Rest of the episodes, I mean, round 2, I guess, is Mahito kind of getting the edge up at using humans and turning a guy's face into a sword, which is so insane.
Dude, I mean, you know,
So
as soon as
insane.
he runs around the corner and you see some humans, it's like,
Nah, dude.
you gotta get out of here. He's like, nah, dude.
Punch without abandon.
Nah. Yeah.
Get away.
I mean, you should feel it, though, too. I feel like I don't understand that sometimes.
I mean,
because like I feel like sometimes he senses things like a lot.
I mean, there's a human body over everything. So something.
Oh, is that
yeah,
what
that's how it works. So I guess like I don't know if I fully understand it either, but that's how Toji hides his spirit. Is he puts it in his stomach, and since it's in his stomach, no one can tell it's there because it's under human skin.
Oh,
so I don't know.
Okay,
you know what I mean. So and then he barfs it up, and then it grows. You know, but all he does is crush it and swallow it. So I don't know if that means like you can just hide stuff in like it's like a barrier, because that's what it would feel like.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, at least like that explanation.
But I don't understand that. I confess to also. So maybe Mahito's energy is somewhat hidden if he's able to reduce it and get into human. You know.
Interesting.
So that's just
okay.
Thoughts though.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense.
Those
are good
and
thoughts.
it especially makes sense with Toji because Toji has 0 crystal energy, so you would hopefully not realize you would hopefully see this thing inside him. Like he is the perfect example because he has no crystal energy for this.
Yeah, so he can't like be protected.
So even though he has no crystal energy.
So I think that's the way that it has to work.
Yeah, something like that. Because otherwise it's just like a red flag, and Yuji's not that dumb. Yuji's very battle smart, it feels like. At least his battle IQ feels very adept. Oh,
wait. It's because now that makes more sense because the guy like sucked up all the humans. And so he's just like kind of getting them around to that. Okay.
Also, love the whole elevator fight sequence. That was so cool, especially when like Yuji gets out and punches the soul back at Mahito. I loved that.
Dude, that was so cool.
Socked it right back at him. I loved that. Oh, that was awesome. I think most of this action is 2 pages in the manga. So
I know, right? Yeah,
it's 2 or 3 pages.
It's not a lot.
Yeah, but super cool.
But it's very, very cool what we're getting.
Yeah, the final thing with Nobara though, the Nobara versus Mahito in the end. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in like the speculation, you can go wild, but like Mahito's obviously with Yuji now. This is a flashback. So
is it?
Yeah.
But he went to it. Is it like a? Is it a flashback?
It's a flashback. It's Mahito's flashback. It's already happened. Yeah, because Dagon was alive in it, and Dagon's dead. And Hanami and Jogo were alive, and they're both dead. Okay, so
oh no.
So that that's the show's been doing this. They've been doing these setups like crazy.
Fuck.
I'm very excited for 2 days to figure out how it resolves. But I don't have high expectations.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I believe.
So that's it. I mean, that's the episode. I loved it. That was fantastic.
It was beautiful.
JJK episodes go by too quick.
I know. I always watch them like twice now because
Yeah.
I watch it and like I'm like, okay, cool, that was amazing, and then I will go back in.
Yeah. It's
for a second.
I watched I usually try to watch the choreography and the actions multiple times so I understand, but I'll watch the whole episode about twice. Yeah. I'd still give it a 10 out of 10, man.
No, dude, you can't do that because I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
No, I give it a 10. Yeah, absolutely. It was it's
everything you want.
The voice work was exceptional, and the music, especially for the Nanami death scene, was just nuts. And even the fight music from Mahito and Yuji, it was so fun and good, and choreography, it was good
amazing.
choreography too. So
yeah, there's just like nothing wrong with any of it. So
yeah. It's just not long enough.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
Besides us being selfish.
Totally.
That's what's wrong with it.
Totally.
It's like we want more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That should move us to our next anime to discuss, which is Undead.
No, it's the
Kaminahashi. Forbidden Deductions.
Detective Run.
Forbidden Deductions: The Case of the Observatory Murders, Part 3. So I am somewhat pleased with myself having nailed a lot of these things, but I was completely off, although the giveaway was the correct giveaway. She was told to grab flashlights before she knew that there was no lights, and the person who said that was the guilty party. So they wouldn't have known. So I should have rewatched it probably, but I didn't. So that makes sense. So my giveaway, I was on top of the actual, I was on top of the event, not on top of the actual person that said the thing. So
right.
It was the director, which I liked that about. So you have already alluded to your feelings about this episode. You didn't like it.
I did?
Yeah, you said you said it was one good episode and 3 dog shits. Or 3 bad episodes.
Wait,
That's what you said earlier. That's what you said. You said there was 1 good episode this week and 3 bad ones. So
sorry.
So no, you're good. You're good, but why don't you like it? That's all. You can have that opinion. It's, it definitely uses a wire to shoot the pistol.
Okay, this is why. So actually everything was good until the end when they were like, there's this criminal organization.
This is I think this is kind of where
there's a criminal organization.
I think this is
all the fucking criminals are like wacky fuckheads, and I'm like, this is supposed to be real life. You are ruining the whole entire fucking thing. I don't get it. What are we doing?
Am not sold on this either, because it went way more fantasy than I was expecting. This
12 crime lords said every crime in the world goes through. That's what they said.
Yeah, it's like
so if someone takes grandma's wallet, one of those motherfuckers was in on it. It's so stupid.
Well, I don't know if I'll go that far, but
I will be so angry if this gets brought up again.
Yeah. So no. Okay, Joel.
Which
This is the anime now. So it's Blue versus the House of M. That is the actual kind of struggle. It seems like. It just feels so. It feels so weird,
Spy
right?
Family to us is what I'm feeling.
It feels
the opposite way, where it's like I wanted a cool detective show that was all about solving the crimes of. Hold on, it will be that. But then now the hierarchy story is like this war that's going to be happening between these people, and it's going to be done in detective ways.
What the hell is a hierarchy story?
What do you mean?
I don't know what that is.
I said hierarchy?
Yeah.
I did not.
Regardless. Okay, so I think the issue I have with it, because I'm not for it either at the moment. So House of M stands for House of Moriarty, and I assume Blue is actually going to be a representation of Sherlock. And as it turns out, Ron has the blood of both Sherlock and Moriarty in him. Apparently, if you want to know how that happened, you can go watch Moriarty the Patriot, which apparently kind of explains the romance that allowed that to happen. So
for reals,
I don't think it's a related. I don't think it's a related thing, because I think it's historical to some degree, but.
Because that is an anime. I was telling you, I feel like we would dig it, but
I assume it's gonna be very similar to this actually in some ways, but also not. Regardless, it is supposed to be why Ron has his abilities to pressure people. I think the problem I'm having is that you have these murders that are very grounded and planned out, and you have the most ungrounded approach to crime in the world. Which is this massive secret organization that all crime flows through.
Right, yeah. I think honestly, now it could 100% be bad.
Maybe
translation.
Maybe. No. I don't. I'm not. That's not. We're not going there. That's dumb.
What do you mean it's dumb? That happens all the time.
If the translation's bad, it's fine. It's still a dumb idea, though.
Well, no, I'm saying all crime. Again, I think it's verbiage, but it's just weird.
Matter. It's the line has enough gusto behind it to imply what they're trying to imply.
I know.
So it's fine. I just don't know if I'm for it. I liked the crime. I loved the crime part because I was like, cool. I was duped. I didn't get the right person, but I was so close, and I knew the wire was used to fire the pistol.
Yeah.
I said that.
That's smart.
This is also I will say this crime is definitely hey, best case scenario, this murder works out. I feel like the average case, if you did this, there was a chance for a person to not lock the door, for the person to go to the light first and not lock the door. You know,
right.
there was just no. It seemed like a very lucky that the killer got away with this kind of murder initially. You know,
it does.
not like a perfect plan.
That's kind of what I was thinking. So
it's done twice now, so this might be that kind of show. But
I will say this could have been done maybe in 2 episodes. I feel like it was kind of long with what they did.
Yep.
I think they kind of just drug it out. But again, I feel like that will be the pacing of this show for the most part. When they get a serious one, it'll be like we'll get our one-offs for fun and like for us, because the things that, again, the thing that is fun that I'm trying to do more. Like even this episode, I was like, okay, who did it? They told us right in the beginning. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't get to guess.
Jaruso, I can't remember his name, but yeah.
But
yeah. I overall I still enjoyed most of the episode, but I just left with like oh god, let's stay away from the high concept stuff and go back to the crimes, please.
Yeah, like the crimes were fun.
And I'm trying not to like say it's bad because of that. It just feels tonally jarring to me.
Well, so they have this thing where it's like they first, unless the red herring was this or whatever, but it's just like Blue is trying to figure out if Ron is doing crime shit again, and then like that's like the whole thing is they're trying to catch him, and then even in that plot, it was like the guy that tried to catch him was like, "I need your help, my sister is taken," and you're like, okay, that's a thing that you just gave us 2 plots that are happening now. Now they're like, there's an evil organization that has the world. Plot 3. Now plot 4 is someone in that organization. So one of the 3 or 13 or whatever knows that Ron has like both sides in him, and it's like, we would need to get him to our side. So now there's like 4 fucking plots going on, and what are you gonna do? You gonna do all that? No, you're not, motherfuckers.
I mean, if they want to balance it, and then we also have to figure out what this doctor chick's point is. But
what doctor?
The girl that's clumsy but like a genius surgeon.
Oh yeah, because she's in the outro. Maybe they just threw in the outro because she's like anime as fuck.
We'll see.
With all bandages.
We'll see. This show is going some weird directions. I'm not like against the show yet. I am cautious.
It's still fun. It's just I don't know. It could be cool. Like maybe they pull it off, and maybe I need to like just be like, let's just have fun.
Maybe I think.
Okay, I get it. Sometimes I need that.
There needs to be more. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep watching. I'm just a little more cautious about it. What would you rate it?
7.
That's exactly what I would rate it.
Really?
Yeah, 7.
Fuck, I thought I was going low. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think I hated it. So I
didn't
hate
the
next one. So, 7 feels right. Yeah,
7 feels right.
So 10 for JJK, 7 for this. Okay, let's move on to our next anime. That'd be Undead Unluck. Yeah.
Undead on butt.
So Victor, I don't know.
Victor, baby.
I didn't like this. This is the episode this week that I just did not like.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt like this is still going, and the animation wasn't super top notch this week. Like spoils actual death. Let's talk about this episode, right? You want to go first?
So when we hung out on Sunday, you were like, "Yeah, this episode sucks," and I was like, "What? Why?" And then I watched it, and now I 100% know why, because I agree with you. Yeah. I think the fact that he turns into a completely other person is bullshit.
And they don't do that earlier in the show when he does it, you know?
He doesn't do it. Yeah, it doesn't happen to him earlier. Now, and then maybe they can explain that away, or maybe they have. I don't know. But I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. And now, because it's like this whole episode is pretty much, they kill this guy. He comes and kill. I mean, like, right? Like,
he cuts him out. Like Victor is like Andy's alter ego,
right?
Like the undead god, I think, whatever it says on his tattoo,
right?
And he's like the penultimate form of the undead rule. Like he can clone himself with like cut off body parts.
Yeah.
And seems like a lot more.
He seems extremely powerful.
Yeah, it seems like he could solo everyone.
Him,
yeah. That's who he is, right?
Right.
But the fight with just ending spoil is so unsatisfying and so boring. And I really could not care for the artifact being used. It's just I've seen the rod that gets super long in so many shows now. It's just not an
Mhm.
interesting thing. It's a kind of a boring tool to have.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, like his power though is cool with it. I think the whole thing where it's like he's just trying to get
Yes.
away and he can't get away and
what's
yada,
untruth? That's what Shen's ability is.
Yeah,
Untruth.
and you're like,
yeah.
dang, like
Yeah.
anything that you want is like what's not gonna
You do
happen.
the opposite, yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's cool. I like untruth a lot. Super cool. But that could have been a cooler item still to me.
Yeah.
Cooler artifact.
Huh.
Yeah, and then like the whole everyone showing up to fight him, and then the struggle continuing forward. Still in
dude,
this town.
So I didn't mind like the fight as was Smog or whatever his name is.
Spoil.
Smog. Because he's like honestly, it's like kind of a dumb fight. Like I honestly just haven't really enjoyed like him as a character. Or like a villain,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I've been enjoying everything around like that's happening, but I just haven't enjoyed like even kind of what he looks like. I'm like, this is kind of like,
Yeah, it looks like
one
one of the villains from Orient.
Dude, that's exactly what I
Yeah.
was thinking. That
Yeah.
is so funny.
They're the Orient with the worst art style in the world.
Oh my god, because I couldn't remember the name of the show, and I was like, "Fuck!" It's like that
Yeah.
one that we watched it.
She had the one boob girl
That is
in
so
it.
funny. Yeah, dude. It's classic. They made a lot more of that though.
I'm sure they did.
You
and
wanna
I'm
watch
sure
it?
No, I don't. It didn't sell me the first time. I'm not gonna. That's it. I gave you my chance. I gave you a chance. Yeah.
I can't remember what I was saying now.
Spoil doesn't look good. So you thought it was?
Yeah.
I thought it would be.
So I didn't mind that fight. Like when he kind of kicks Boyle's ass and all this kind of stuff. Like I was like, okay, whatever. That maybe was a little bit faster, but okay, cool. Now we have like maybe some story with the kids and yada yada. But the fact that it kind of just became a whole like Andy almost, it's like the Andy inside him has to fight the Andy outside, and also now the whole team shows up like they were like ready for this to happen or something.
So
Like they've experienced this before is what it feels like.
They are. I mean, they even said that, and like they remember each other, and some.
And you're just
they
like,
own each other.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So it's like it's just adding a lot of
Yeah.
elements where I'm like, it doesn't. I don't know.
I'm glad there's.
I thought they had a cool direction before, so hopefully they can like rectify a lot of this stuff, and maybe this is a cool part eventually, but I don't know.
I just like the sealed persona inside the individual is such an overly used trope. Maybe I wasn't realizing that's what this was. I thought it was gonna be like memories that came back.
Yeah, like it
not
would
a
have
new
been-
persona.
Right, and it was like the
Yeah.
damage. It was like the cost. I was literally thinking it was like whenever he pulls it out, he does remember like how to fight better, but with that becomes all of the other stuff that he's lost over the years. So it's like this horrific,
Sorrow,
like
yeah.
painful experience to gain more knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's like what he'd have to do more and more and more.
And maybe that.
And I was like, that was cool. That was a very cool idea that I thought that's what they were doing, but they're not. So if they're not going to do that, dibs, I said it, my idea. I'm going to make an anime. It's going to be better than yours, fucker.
Yeah. Let me see that day.
Mm-hmm. One day.
One day. Oh, one day. Yeah. Maybe that piece of metal's special. I doubt it.
It's lithium. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I doubt it. I don't know, man. I really, it just kind of turned me off. I was so.
Wait, is lithium a Bitcoin or is it a metal?
Lithium's a lithium batteries, you mean?
Okay, so it is something.
It's a metal, yeah,
okay,
but
go up to
lithium.
it tight.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I just said that and I was like, am I a fucking idiot? Because there was a Bitcoin, I think, called lithium.
I don't know. I don't follow Bitcoin, so
Me either.
or I don't follow crypto. Sorry.
I don't know shit about it. I called it a Bitcoin.
Yeah. So this episode wasn't. I don't know. Just didn't really do it for me, man.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah,
And then the fact that it kind of just turned into I'm a macho man and everyone else can go fuck off and I'm going to go kill everybody and blah, blah, blah. And then everyone's like, hey, man, we're all here to team up together and stop this guy. And I'm like, okay.
Shen
But this is what it is. So this is why maybe it sucks. What they are doing, and this is, I think, kind of bad storytelling. But again, sometimes you got to work with what you got. But everyone showing up is we're going to learn about everyone because we saw everyone at the table. We kind of got a small vibe. Now we're going to see how everyone fights, kind of how everyone does things. And that's the whole premise is they're showing off the abilities of everyone. At least to a basic point that you think you know them. So that way when we team up again, we're going. So that to me is what this is.
That
it
or
is
trying
setup.
to draw power lines here, like who's actually strong.
It could be, it could be. And this guy's probably the strongest. And that's why when he's sealed away, he's not number one anymore or whatever. So like there could be that whole.
He probably started Union.
Maybe he did. Yeah, maybe it's like some stupid.
That would be a wild.
I don't know. Like they can make it cool. I'm not saying that it is completely stupid. I just really don't like where this is going because it's been done before. In my opinion, I feel like the idea of like going through like turmoil and like gaining power is like a very different and interesting like concept. Like again, people have done it, but you can just it'd be cool to see how other people would do it. So I don't know. I'm waiting. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like count it out yet because again, I think it's been very good and very fun. I still like the characters too. Like I just don't really like this guy, but I still like everyone else. Like even the people who are coming to save. I'm like, oh, I am kind of.
I love Andy, which is probably why I'm like, because Andy is so cool.
Andy's on it. You're like, fuck this
Andy
other
is
guy.
so cool. And
Andy's
Victor
cool.
is so lame so far. Like, he's just like such
and
a
who
trope.
did you call him? What is his name? Grail?
Gajeel from
Gajeel
from Fairy Tail.
From Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
And as soon as he told me that, and I was like, okay, I'll look for it.
As
soon as he changed, I was like,
that's
copy and paste, bitch.
That's not copy and paste, but it just feels like that's iconic. I think for Gajeel's look, but I don't think. I mean, like I'm turned off to the idea. I'm not turned off to the show. Like if they executes it well, and I'll move forward and enjoy it. I just don't like the idea of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
But obviously I still like the show. This episode was not it for me.
Wasn't it for me either, brother?
Yeah. 6.5.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real, dog. 6.5.
Damn. I'm giving it at least a 7.
I enjoyed Forbidden Deductions a lot more this week than that.
Wow, yeah, that makes sense.
Not to come across as too harsh of a critic, I guess, but then again,
you are.
What do our words matter, guys? You tell us.
You tell us in the comments below. Go, Luke fucking sucks.
That we have one last episode now. There's one episode standing between us and Baldur's Gate 3 co-op.
Also, if anyone says that, I'll fucking fight you.
After telling you to do it, you're gonna get knuckle sandwiched, bro.
Yeah, dude. I'll fight you on fucking Street Fighter 6.
No, you won't.
I might.
Yeah.
Give me $5. We can get it. I have 30 on Steam credit.
No, I'm good. So that leaves us with one last episode of anime, and that would be Shangri-La Frontier.
What's that about?
So Shangri-La Frontier.
You like fish sticks?
What?
Do you like fish sticks?
Fish sticks? I remember that. Oh, okay. Now I'm on it. No, we're not talking about that, dog. This is the episode called A Dazzling Sea of Trees. Okay. So I want to hear.
The name sucks, dude.
I want to hear your perspective of this episode before I share mine.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you first.
Okay.
Parts you liked? Standouts? Did you dislike it? Or how'd you feel? General feels.
So the whole thing where I feel like they kind of dread a little long with the communication of
the friend request.
The friend request.
Yeah.
But again, kind of a cute moment, and I think that will turn into something kind of. I'm all for the whole, like, I'm going to pursue this person kind of as a friend in this video game, and then in real life, maybe I get the courage to actually talk to him. And, so it could be like a kind of a cute, fun thing. I'm all for a good romance if they can do it well. Like, I like that. I kind of felt like, let's speed it along a little bit. Like, it's kind of taking a lot of time. And then when they... Hold on. So I'm trying to remember the exact thing of when they go to the next part. So when he's like running around in like the cape again, and then they like find him, I was like, okay, like here we go. So I feel like I kind of was like bored of that kind of stuff. So when they
The
left,
chase scene?
yeah, the chase scene, yeah, I kind of I don't know, I was just kind of like but I did like them kind of fighting things in like the jungle area. Like when they got there,
The
they're like, oh,
caverns,
like let's
yeah.
check it out. I was like, this is fun. Like again, like kind of just showing us a different world, different creatures, and then like kind of how
A different
he's fighting and
ecology.
learning. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. And then I did feel like the backstory on the player killer. I can't remember their name.
Pentagon.
What?
Pentagon?
Pentagon.
Arthur. Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt like that was a little bit
Backstory? I think he was just leaving the guild.
long. Well, no. So they left the guild, but then they did this whole like kind of there was like that section after they left the guild where they were talking about who they were in real life.
Oh yeah.
After
yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of like, okay, like so it feels like what's good. This is what's gonna happen. I already can tell what, and I'm like I'm bummed because I think I'm wrong still, but I might be right.
Yeah.
About Monster Hunter stuff is because she's like, I want to fight this monster.
One of the 7 indomitable ones. Yeah,
And
so
so and if she wants to fight it, and then he's all about fighting things, and then they're gonna get the monster because it's in the fucking opening. They're gonna get like the monster knight or whatever the fuck she was called, where that was fighting.
Anima.
I
think the leader of the animal, the animal spirit. Or the animal care, whatever. Yeah.
So
girl.
she's gonna be involved too because she's probably very like, I want to be involved in this process because these are the greatest beasts,
We'll
right?
see. Yeah.
So, and then and then she'll come involved the player killer or whatever not player killer.
Yeah. Arthur Pentagon. Yeah.
No.
The attack master.
Yes, attack master. So yeah, that's where I'm seeing it go. They're gonna make their own guild. They're gonna do something or whatever, some group, and they're gonna go hunt those things. I think because I do kind of feel like this is a good red herring of the unique situation, but I don't think like this is the main thing. Like it's just. I think it's not. It's very fast. It went very fast. So I'm like, this can't be the main thing. So I do think it's still the monsters. I really think they kind of threw that at us, and then they're like, here you go.
I think unique events are going to be the thing that this game keeps like creating experiences that he'll be the first to experience.
Right, because of his luck.
Yeah,
so that'll be fun.
Well, that and the game system's evolving on its own, it seems like, or whatever it is, right?
That's fair.
So like,
I mean, I guess we only got one little clip of that. If that means
whatever's
that.
happening,
Yeah,
something
it
is doing something on its own, regardless, though. And I do think that's going somewhere much more important than just going to hunt a monster.
Yeah.
I think they're going to take that wolf down, but I think it's going to spawn even bigger challenges. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think
that's not far away. Probably.
I think that this season, if it's like a 24 episode thing, but this will end with them for sure killing that thing.
I
is what I think,
yeah.
And then I think, but the last episode or whatever it bleeds into is like there's so many more, and like the challenge is so much greater that they're like, yes, we're gonna do it, and that's what it will be about.
Yeah.
I really think that's where it's going.
I think there's going to be some more.
You will owe me dinner or whatever. I think there's if that's what it's going to be, though.
More intrigue still, because the rabbit dude and
I know
Amul still being here and all that.
Dude,
so like,
he caught a created creature. So you know,
so I think there's more than just monster hunting. And I do think the party is essentially a harem, right? So
I mean, at this point,
the animal lady, attack master,
also,
and Pentagon.
Pencil or whatever her name is, she's actually a woman in real life. They said.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh,
so did you not watch the after?
Never, dude. I never watched that post credits in this.
Jesus Christ, dude. Well, this was actual story, so. But yeah, so she's like I don't know if it's like a model or something, or like I think she's like a TV news. Like she has to be very nice, very polite to people. And they're like, this is her, but this is her other side. But then it's like, well, this is who she really is, but she has to be this way, you know. To
I gotta remember these names. These are different character names that I remember. So, but I have to remember Harutome-kun and Sanraku for our main character, like two different names, you know.
Yeah.
He's a Tome. I don't remember, dude. See, this is the hard part. Like, they never use those names, and then
it's because they have gamer names.
Yeah, Attack Master. I'll remember that, and
Attack
obviously
Master.
Sanraku. I liked this episode a lot. I had a great time with this episode, man. I loved the whole friend request bit. Like, I was like giddy. I was like laughing alongside and smiling.
Okay. Yeah,
like
I was too.
And she was so happy that she like You know,
I did
like,
it.
it was,
I liked that part.
yeah.
I think
It was
to me,
drawn
I was
out,
just like,
but
yeah. It
I
was
really
like a little
enjoyed it.
drawn out, but
Yeah.
I did like it.
And-
so
and
I'm
then
okay with this. Where it's going.
The second half with the ecology and like grinding up and getting items, that was a lot of fun too.
Well, I kind of like when games do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of funny because there's been a handful of this whole like you're in a video game
Yeah.
or after you die in
Yeah.
real life or whatever. These isekais, and then I just feel like a lot of the funnest episodes of them are when they're all doing
Yeah.
like hunting quests, or they're all going together and doing fun stuff. I'm like, this is just
Well,
nice.
I feel like you can tell like the maker of this is like he likes games. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like that's how this feels.
It does feel like that.
It feels like he likes and enjoys game worlds a lot, and this is like a dream come true probably for him. You know,
Yeah,
like it's a lot of fun. It
is very fun.
Really, really like fighting that beetle was super cool.
it was, huh?
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know, dude.
Also
They do surprise me with like kind of how their character creation is like pretty fun and unique.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know the big wolf isn't really that unique, but
no, but it's
but
got.
besides that,
We'll see.
Everything else has been pretty kind of cool that they've been doing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my gosh.
Where did yawn come in, bro? What the hell?
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
I think the colors were good. The animation was fine. There was a point where the animation spiked up when the beetle like charged the wasp, and I was like, "Whoa, that's got pretty for a second," you know?
Whoa.
But
they gotta sprinkle it in. They gotta remind us. Like, hey, we can do that.
I liked the beetle. Like as soon as the beetle smelt the sap on him, it charged him. You know?
Yeah.
And that was like that's really cool. And that gave him like well, if I chuck this, will it just chase that? And it did. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I think it's like 40,000 critical hits in one spot. Murdering this
Which
beetle.
is tight.
Yeah. I think it's like I like how the goods spawn after he kills it. Like they are in like uniform and like in a pattern almost. It's really cool. But yeah, this is a great episode. What is it? How does it end? Was there like a cliffhanger bit or?
No, I think really what it is wasn't her quitting at the end, right?
Maybe it was her leaving
I
a
think it was her
Shurikai.
leaving at the end.
Was it her leaving a Shurikai?
Oh, I think it was, but
whatever.
if it's not, I don't remember.
That's fine. Like it seems like she's leaving a Shurikai. I don't know. I thought they were.
She's leaving, and then she's wanting to go, find someone who will do that. She also did send him a friend request, or not a friend request, but like a let's meet up.
Yeah.
Like after. So like right. So she's already sent that before. Now she just quit. So what I'm assuming is going to happen is they're going to meet up at some point again, because maybe she'll resend it or re-say another thing, and then they'll connect and then figure out that, hey, I want to hunt these things too. Maybe we team up. You know what I mean? Like that could be something like that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. That's what I feel right now.
I think Arthur's eventually a teammate. I don't know if they're a permanent one, but
You don't think they're permanent?
no, not even. I don't think anyone here is a permanent teammate. I think even Amul will run her course at some point. But
I honestly hope you're right, but now it does, like you said, feel a little harem-y.
yeah.
And it does feel like it might just go exactly the way I think it's
Well,
going.
I think the key art. What's the key art? Doesn't it have all three of them?
Does it?
Yeah, it's all three of them in one shot.
Yeah. Oh, dude, there's a fucking cool dragon on there, or is that the snake?
That's actually not the animal magic girl.
Did we fight that thing already?
That's the very first boss. Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. Oh, they are chopping its head off in that thing.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's cool art.
Good episode though. Good
Yeah, it
episode.
was good.
It's like
It's good, and I'm excited to see where it's going. I enjoy this. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy the gamer life, and I know that some of it will bleed into like real life with the romance, and that's honestly kind of fun. So like, this could be like a show that I really like. I mean, if they're playing their cards all right, where they're like doing a lot of fun, cool adventure stuff and like unique scenarios and things that are interesting, like in this game world, and then in real life, there's like this tension of like romance. I'm all for it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Give me more, baby.
I would probably drop it around an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah.
9.
9? Okay.
9 for me.
Yeah, 8.5 feels good. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't an important episode. Like, not a lot really happened. We are friends now with Attack Master.
Right.
And we're in a new area. And we grinded a bit.
We grinded a bit.
So we're like leading.
We're
leading into more
like a
stuff.
Transition episode. That's what it was. It was like, okay, here we go. We're leading
Yeah.
this thing into this next thing.
Yeah. Also, when the hell is he going to spend his ability points or stat points next?
Has he not?
No. Not in a while. He's got to have a bunch.
That'd be tight if he
I'm so
doesn't
surprised
have any.
why. Yeah.
Or
What's
if he's just been doing luck this whole time.
Yeah,
Like,
I wonder.
and they're not showing us. I don't know.
I wonder. It's
We'll
cool.
see.
Yep. That means anime of the week probably is going to be JJK again.
I mean, it has to be. I don't
and-
think. I honestly know now, remembering like what's going on and everything. I don't think there's an episode this week that can beat it. Like
Yeah.
maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
And I think we'll probably see at least 2 more episodes of this stuff and for the current thing. And then I wonder if we'll actually move on to do the small arc that they have in between JJK's second and third arc. I wonder if we'll actually
Just like complete that.
yeah.
Or just get rid of
that
it.
only needs, I think, 2 episodes. And it's the setup. So
Yeah.
so we'll see. But I imagine Shibuya could wrap up in 3 episodes.
Shibuya.
3.5, maybe. I don't know.
4.5,
Yeah,
5.5,
see.
6.5.
We'll see.
Seven.
I'm very excited. It's like my most anticipated day. Every day is Thursday now. Like
Every day
I
is Thursday.
I want every day to be Thursday. There were a couple key art visuals that came out this week on anime that or trailers that I'm not sure if you saw. Don had one.
Did.
Yeah,
Dude. I posted
it looks
about
so
it.
good.
Oh my! So wait, I haven't seen like the trailer for it.
Okay.
So, but I saw a still
Okay.
that was from it, and they were like, "Hey, this got this," and dude, Don is my favorite manga series right now. It is to me the most creative and goofy, and just like it really is one of those like quote unquote shonens, and maybe it's not even that. I don't know, but it's just like someone kind of gaining powers, etc. But like. It is the most wacky fucking crazy story I've ever read. But it like is fun how it makes sense in the world. Unlike some other stories. JJK.
Makes sense to me.
but
Yeah.
no. I'm just kidding.
There was another thing that came out too that I just totally forgot, and now I can't remember.
What was
but
it? So it was Don.
Was one of the key arts. I
Was
think
one
it
of
was
the
like
key
Mitsuzen's the guy I follow that seems to do all the.
And then, man, I'm excited. So another, would it be? Well, obviously.
Oh, it was
Koju
it was
8.
episode Nagi. They dropped a trailer for episode Nagi for Blue Lock. So
Oh.
very excited for that too. And I believe it's premiering. What's the date they had for it? April 19th. So like early next year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. It's so cool that we get a whole movie about him that's not written.
Huh? I think it's written. I think it's in a light novel. I'm not sure, but
Think it's in a light
I think all
novel,
this
dude?
stuff's already out there for this. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not, I'm still into that.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I'll take
I just
anything.
weird. I just give me more. It's such a fucking good anime. Just give
I
me.
think the next arc we want real bad. The next arc will
Yeah,
be like
it's so fucking good. Give me it.
it's like I have to decide on the anime of the year still, and I'm like, dude, the second half of Blue Lock was 2023, man, and that was
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
damn.
that was a killer way to start
Yeah.
the year. And I have to put that up against like Demon Slayer and now JJK. You know,
wow. Oh yeah.
we have to go through our list of what we did. And
Wow.
Yeah, you know what's not going to be on that top of that list? Trigun, because I didn't finish that.
But that wasn't. We didn't talk about it though.
No, but I just did watch
We
it.
didn't finish. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
but
I
no,
didn't. I
we
fell
talked
off
about
of it.
But yeah, it's like we got to figure out what's going to be in those categories. We already got some. We already got one of the audio recordings from Alex. So thank you. We haven't released it obviously, but we'll be talking more about that Game of the Year episode and Anime of the Year episode upcoming. So, what?
Thanks, Alex.
Alex already gave us his audio bit.
Thanks, dude.
So we still got to go
Love
get
you.
a few more. But yeah,
I love you, Alex.
I got my wife was going to do one too.
I fucking love you, man. I'm trying to cry right now. It's not working.
It's not working. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. Every Tuesday we also stream at night. Tonight, if you are listening to this podcast in the morning of the day it releases, so Tuesday,
Tonight.
we will be streaming Separate Ways from Resident Evil
That is
4. That's Ada
correct.
Wong's campaign in that game.
Yes.
The new one, the remake. So jump on around 7:38. We'll be on, hopefully,
We'll be there.
playing some games. And
Or kissing.
if you didn't listen to this when it came out, we're sorry. Enjoy some more
I'm
Baldur's Gate.
sorry. I'm not sorry, actually.
But otherwise, come watch us play games and have fun.
Do it, please.
Yeah. We'll talk to
Please.
you soon. We love you.
I'm indifferent right now.